The Chief of Defense Staff, Service Chiefs, Chief of Defense Intelligence, distinguished directors and senior officials of the ministry, senior military officers from the Defense and Service Headquarters, my own members of 38 regular course, members of the press, ladies and gentlemen. It is with profound humility and a deep sense of responsibility that I address you today in my new capacity as the Minister of Defense of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. 5 or 6 weeks ago, I was in the khaki. Now I'm coming as the Minister. It can only be a God. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, GCFR, for the trust and confidence reposed in me. I take that very, very seriously. For me, it is indeed a privilege and an honor, after serving 39 years in service, to come in and now be a Minister of Defense of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. The love Nigerians have shown us shows that people believe that we can turn the tide. Now, it is not rhetorics, it's by action. We must, firstly, as Nigerians, take the ownership of the responsibilities of the challenges we have in our country. It is only us that can solve the problem. It's when we agree within ourselves that we can deal with this that will succeed. God is with us, and He has always given us all the responsibilities for us to be able to succeed. It is left for us to do. This responsibility is one I accept with solemn reverence and unwavering commitment to the safety and security of our great nation, Nigeria. Let me also acknowledge the dedicated leadership of my predecessor and relentless efforts of every one of you in this room. When I was the Chief of Defense Staff, you gave me all the support, and I really appreciate it, and I want to say thank you. And I want to assure you that coming back as Minister, we want to do more for your welfare, for your well-being, for the administration of the ministry. I strongly believe in reward and punishment. You do well, you are rewarded. We take corrective measures so that we can succeed. I don't believe in Naso we did one. We must assess everything that we're doing and see whether we can, how we can improve on it. I believe in having a very positive workforce. We're going to listen to your challenges, and whatever we can do to address them, we'll do that. But what I count on you is to also put in your best. You know your task ahead. You don't have to wait until somebody calls you or asks you a question. Do what you are supposed to do, and that will make it easier for us as a nation. This task of securing the nation is a continuous one, and I'm aware that you have been holding the line with dedication. I commend you all. For decades, my life has been defined by a uniform, by the ethos of service, and by the sacred covenant to defend the territorial integrity and citizens of Nigeria. I therefore come to this role not as a stranger to our security challenges, but as a comrade who has been in the trenches both literally and figuratively. I have seen firsthand the bravery of our troops, the complexity of our threats, and the pivotal role of strategic coordination. Like I always said, no single individual can achieve this alone. No single service or parastatal can do. We must work as Nigerians, making Nigeria better. Consequently, my core philosophy in steering the affairs of this ministry is simple: operational effectiveness through unified action and strategic foresight. Ladies and gentlemen, we cannot afford to operate in silos. We cannot tolerate gaps between policy and execution, or between the ministry and the services. This ministry will be a powerhouse of strategic direction, enabling support, and a relentless accountability. We must provide that support for our troops to continue to succeed. They are sacrificing their lives out there in the field, day, night, thunderstorm, windstorm, whatever the situation, to ensure that we, Nigerians, can go to bed and sleep well. We must continue to pray for them. We must continue to provide that necessary support, working as a team with other MDAs. Mr. President has made it very clear he will give us all the support we require and demands that we achieve success. That we have promised him. And so I want, within the first few weeks, we must show that we are committed. The ministry working inside, the troops working outside. To translate this philosophy into action, my initial focus will rest on three interconnected pillars: enhancing joint operational synergy. We will immediately begin a rigorous review of all theater commands and inter-service operations. My door will be open, as always, to the Chief of Defense Staff and Service Chiefs for frank discussions on equipment, training, welfare, and strategy. Mr. President wants us to present what our challenges are, with the promise that they will be addressed. So it is left for us to do the needful. Our goal is to overwhelm the adversaries with seamless jointness, not just coordination. Welfare and morale as a force multiplier. We all understand the import of morale to our personnel and staff. We must therefore prioritize the timely provision of all necessary kits, ensure prompt payment of operational allowances, and vigorously address the issue of accommodation and medical care for our personnel and their families. The injured are watching how those not injured are watching how you are treating the injured. If they are not being taken care of properly, they will not put in their best because they were scared. If something happens to them, nobody will be there. Especially those who have lost their loved ones. The families want to know what will happen. It is our responsibility to make sure we take care of them. The aspect of doing things to impugn on their own integrity, I think, is not the best. We must make payments seamless. We must treat them with respect. Anybody who is laying down his life for his country deserves the best respect we can give him. And that is what we will offer. So I'm going to be very, very critical about that. The welfare of our staff, the welfare of our troops. We must ensure that we adequately address them. Morale is not an administrative issue. It is a strategic one. Intelligence-driven and technology-enabled defense. The Ministry of Defense is the strategic brain of our nation's defense architecture. We must therefore leverage on technology for intelligence, surveillance, and reconnaissance. We have partners, our allies, that are ready to support us. We will reach out to them so that we can work together as a team. We will also work with other security agencies. Every Nigerian is vital to the success of Nigeria. We will foster a culture where data and intelligence drive our decisions, not just experience alone. I therefore charge the ministry's bureaucracy to be the catalyst for innovation and efficient resource management. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I expect the highest standard of professionalism, integrity, and urgency to duty from all of us. We do not have time. We are going to continue to hit the ground running. We must respect the human rights of Nigerians. If we make mistakes, we must try to avoid them. But if we make, because we are humans, we must take necessary action to ensure that we make amends. I will always continue to encourage candid advice and robust debates. But once a decision is taken, we must move as one united team. There will be zero tolerance for corruption, indiscipline, or indolence. Our loyalty is to Nigeria and the Nigerian people. The president is the commander-in-chief. The buck stops on his table. We must provide that support to make Nigeria peaceful. Shedding of innocent blood is over. Our children should be able to go back to school. Our farmers should be able to go back to their farms. We must address these issues on ground. Most of the challenges we are facing is not military solution. There are issues of good governance, justice, equity, and fairness, which we are going to encourage. So it's going to be a holistic aspect. The non-kinetic and the kinetic must work hand in hand. We cannot afford to fail Nigerians, especially ourselves. They say charity begins at home. I believe it's the mindset. If we have that mindset that we will succeed, we will succeed. To the service chiefs, I offer my full support and expect your utmost cooperation to move the armed forces to greater heights. To the Permanent Secretary and the Civil Service Cadre, you are the institutional memory and the framework for our sustainability. I value your expertise and count on your diligence to translate our military objectives into actionable administrative and budgetary policies. The road ahead is demanding. It's going to be tough. Let us not take it for granted. It's going to be tough. But because we are Nigerians, we shall overcome. The threats we face are adaptive and complex, but I have absolute faith in the indomitable spirit of our armed forces and the capable minds within the ministry. And with the support and prayers we are getting from all Nigerians, we cannot fail. In closing, let me once again reaffirm my commitment to live with fairness, firmness, and loyalty to our Constitution. The President is doing everything possible to make sure we succeed. We must play our own parts. The task ahead is enormous, but surmountable. We can win. We will win. The good people of Nigeria are looking up to us for results, and we must deliver immediately. I'm not here to preside. I'm here to lead, to work, and to deliver alongside you. I cannot do it alone. I thank you all as I look forward to our detailed briefings and to the task ahead. God bless you all, and God bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Honorable Minister of Defense. At this point, may I, with your kind permission, the Permanent Secretary, may I invite one of the directors to give a vote of thanks.
Declare yourself down. Where now? You should have got this. You think you see our vote? Where are you? Where is the